That's the stuff. It helps when you have the flue cleaned out. Oh, that's nice. Let's see what that temperature is. Hi, gang. No, I haven't fallen off the face of the earth. I just don't get out here as much in the winter time. Ready? Let's see what we got. Let me get the laser on. Laser? There's a laser. Okay. Well, there you can see it. Maybe. 251 degree air coming out of that thing. Yeehaw. Alright. Tell you, been getting on Reddit here a lot lately. Whoops, I just shot the toolbox. It's cold. I'll show you guys real quick. Sorry, I'll get back to the Reddit thing. Alright. Snow. Okay. That's enough of that. Back in here where it's warm. Been doing a Reddit thing, getting on Reddit and subreddits and whatnot, and fought high and low to get my karma points up high enough to start posting on a couple of the sites. But there's one thing that is a ready site in just about every photo, and that is a pair of these little 5-inch EDC, stands for everyday carry, okay, is a pair of these 5-inch Knipex 8701-125s in people's pockets as part of their everyday carries. And I absolutely get that, because what I used to cart around was these little guys, and they're super handy. But let's do a quick comparison. We'll get to the meat of the and potatoes of the let's get those jaws to where they're pretty much parallel to one another. Okay, that is how wide that opens. Let's see what that exactly is. Okay, let's get a scale. We'll set her down there. And we're at, between 1/2 and 9/16 of an inch. Can you see that? Between 1/2 and 9/16 of an inch. Now, let's see how wide these guys open. Now, mind you, they're dimensionally very close to one another. They just lack maybe an 1/8 inch. Okay. Now, how wide do these open? With the jaws parallel. Let's get them up there. Come on. Gotta make sure we don't cheat. Make sure we got pretty much parallel. There we go. What do we have? We have double the capacity in the same form factor. Yeah? Yeah, so it's no wonder these things are so popular as an everyday carry item. And if you guys don't have a set, you can get a set for under 30 bucks. Do yourself a favor. Get into the world of Knipex, Knipex, and just get the 5-inch Cobra pliers. Cobra pliers. Now there's the Cobra Plus as well. It's just a different, slightly different kind of locking system. But what are we here for? Well, we're here for two things. Now that I've burned up 4 minutes of your guys' time, we got a package, and this package came long and far, and one person that's watching already knows what that is. That'd be the person that sent it. This thing came all the way from the UK, and it came from Mix Mowers. So let's get it open and see what we've got in here. We'll use the Benchmade Mini Bug Out. Love that knife. Oh, it's a little bit sharp too. How about that? We got a shoe box of some sort. Let's see what we got for a box. I don't want to damage the box in case I need to ship something else somewhere else, right? Yeah, I think it is a shoebox. Perhaps. Oops, I'm cutting the box. Quit cutting the box. What does it say here? Made with earth-friendly materials. Fabricate, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that, yep, it says Adidas on it. It's a shoe box. That's cool. Hey, they made it all the way here. And he wears US size 11. I'm in a US size 9.5 or 10, depending. So, and of course the box is upside down. He did a very good job packing. Very good job. I just need to make sure that the address doesn't show here. I'll put that up underneath it and we'll continue to open. So what do you guys think is in here before I get it open? You have to comment right now. I'm gonna peek in it. Alright, I peeked in it. I know what it is. You guys know what it is? Our friend Bruce's shop has one. Yep. So he sent one, Mick sent one to Canada, and Zippo got one. Oh, sweet. Look at that. That is nice. Nice with a capital N. Get that out of the way. Check this out. There's a 3 horsepower pull start, and he bolted the pull cord in so that he could fit the clock mechanism in there. And that is a AA. And I don't know. I don't. Okay, sorry. I don't have a AA in here. But got me a clock. How about that? That is just awesome. I'm going to find a nice prominent spot for it. It's already got a cable here for me to hang it up. I'll find a nice prominent spot, and it'll become clock number 4 after I reseat that particular arm. There we go. That's better. Sorry. The hour arm came off. Let me make sure it's lined up. Yep. It is not 7 o'clock, by the way. It is 11:45. So, Mick, you're a rock star. Thank you much, mate. Appreciate you. You are definitely a sweetheart. And this came off of 1983. In fact, it was made January, February, March, April, May. Excuse me, May 19th of 1983. And it's a 3 horsepower Briggs and Stratton. That's really awesome. Really like that. See, they have Briggs over there in the UK too. Sweet. All right, now meat and potatoes is going to take me just a second to get set up. Of course, we're 8.5 minutes into it, but hang on. All right, the meat and potatoes of the video is this Kohler 12 horse. I believe it's 12 horse. K301, is it? Let me check. I didn't check. You looking at my back? That's Bruce Pender style right there, folks. Oh, casting numbers. Where you at? Can't see the casting numbers. I'm pretty sure it's a 12 horse. It is off of a Cub Cadet. And I don't know if it's a positive ground or negative ground. Huh. Any of you guys know? Positive or negative ground? Well, we're going to attempt to get a compression check on positive ground. This starter generator does spin the opposite way of most, because it's mounted on the crankshaft instead of over here on the flywheel like most of them are. Can you see? You cannot see the compression gauge. You guys need to look at what I'm looking at. Alright, we're going to roll it over. I'll just show you here. I do have the throttle pinned all the way open. The motor is secured to the bench. I'll give one more click for good measure. Another one of those weird oil pans. I'm going to crank it over just a little bit without the compression hose on, so we can take a listen to it. Ready? Alright, well we've got compression, but I can hold the compression off. So it's either a valve that's not seating very well, which can be told by a leak down test, or it is worn rings. So we're going to check our compression. Are we ready? We got that in view. Can you guys see that? Okay, are you ready? It's not spinning over very fast. Battery I'm using needs a charge. So here we go. Really? Alright. Now just for curiosity's sake, let's run this thing backwards. Nice thing about a DC motor is that, yes, you can run them backwards. Let's see what we got. Nope. We have like next to no compression whatsoever on this engine. So that means that at the very least needs, I mean, we're only at 15 psi, if that. Very, very low compression. So something's causing it. And on the next video, because I have somebody coming over for a little bit of assistance, on the next video, we're going to find out why this engine has such low compression. So all of you out there in Tuberland, thanks much for watching. I'm going to try to do my best to get a video a week out. When it's winter time, it costs me quite a bit more to get the shop warmed up. Costs me in wood, which is labor splitting the wood. Costs me in kerosene for the heaters to take the initial chill off. So on and so forth. So I apologize. I'm just being cheap, and that's my nature. So anyway, we will take a closer look at this and find out why we have such low compression on the next video. Promise you guys, I will be on the next video. We'll catch y'all later. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Okay, wait, time out. I couldn't stand it. I needed to know whether it was valves or piston. So we've got everything loose here. We're going to find out together. Ready? Let's see what we got. Alright. Now we've got a fair amount of carbon buildup there. Not horrendous. Definitely had a head gasket leak right there, a big one. Wow. Okay. Wow, look, that head gasket's like burned through. Right there. You see it? Let me pop that off of there. How about that? Let's do that. Let's pop it off of there. Get you a little closer. Alright. Looking at my back. Told you. Tender style. Got quite a bit on the valves too. Carbon. Come on. It was just about burned completely through. That'll definitely affect your compression right there in a big way, right? Alright, let's see if we got anything else. Surely it cannot be as easy as just a head gasket. No, 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 because it's a Kohler. Let me roll this engine over. Alright. Looks like we got a standard size bore, which is good. I don't see anything unusual. Wait a minute. Yeah, I do. Wow. Let's see what I see. I think that the intake valve is not seating. You roll the engine over some more. Yeah. It's not seating, and it's also not rotating. See all that carbon buildup right there where there's none back here? So that's a problem. Exhaust valve. There's your decompression bump right there. I don't know if you can see that exhaust valve moving or not. Let's see if we can get a better perspective. You see that? That's the decompression bump. And here's our intake stroke. Piston comes up, closes. See, it's not even fully closing before the exhaust valve opens. Can you see that? In relation to the piston. Okay, now wait. Here's the exhaust. Come back up. There's the compression stroke. No, that can't be the compression. I'm going the wrong way. That would be a problem. I'm used to grabbing from the flywheel side. That's funny. Okay. There's the exhaust. There's our intake. Pulling the charge in. Everything stays closed. When it's spinning faster, that won't come up. There's our boom. After our boom, something's screwy. It's me that's screwy. Is it me that's screwy? Wow. Piston's like halfway down this bore, and before the exhaust valve starts to open. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Okay, and back up. And I noticed something else. Let's take a look right here. You can't see it very well. Let me get some light. Can you see that shine down there? This engine was running way lean because of that head gasket blowing right there. Right there. It was running super lean. So what happens when that happens? Anybody? Raise your hands, raise your hands, raise your hands. You will burn up your piston. And that is what has happened. The piston has actually melted. It's fine. Let me see if those are... Can't even feel these rings. Okay. Or you can see the line right there. See that line? Cannot feel that. Let me look at the rest of the bore and see. I mean, the rest of the bore just looks magnificent. So we'll measure the bore, make sure we're not elliptical, make sure we're not egg-shaped. And so long as we're not egg-shaped and we're still within spec on the bore, we can just go back to stock, but we definitely are going to need a new piston. You can see that gap. Here, let me make it real evident for you. Okay, let me find where they at. There, come here, guys. Okay. Let's see. Looking, I'm gonna say 15 thou. Let's open this up and get 15 thou out here. Oh, it's more than 15 thou. Easily more than 15 thou. Let's go up to 20. Alright. Here's a 20 thousandths. Okay. Okay. No go over here. It will not get between the piston and the cylinder bore. Let's come over here. You ready? Burnt up that piston. The rings haven't gotten damaged, but because it was running so lean, because of that blown head gasket, the piston is bad. And I think that's really all we have. Like I say, we'll measure the bore, and we'll measure it in a number of different places to make sure that we are not elliptical. We're allowed just a ittiest bittiest little bit of tolerance on that. Obviously the valves have to come out. We're going to have to grind the valve stems, as well as clean up the valve surfaces, clean up the valve seat surfaces, make sure that the valve stems are not out of spec. But I think all the damage was just done from this just lean running. That's it. And it ran lean for a very long time. As you can see, there's a lot of buildup. I mean, a lot of buildup right here. It's probably a good 1/8 inch of buildup right there. Where it was just running super lean, which just makes the cylinder a whole lot hotter. You need that fuel in there to keep things cool. I know it sounds counterproductive. Fuel's supposed to burn, yeah, but before the fuel burns, it's like supercharged cold air getting thrown into the cylinder. You know, it's atomized through the carburetor, through the valve, into the bore, and it's really cold, so it helps with keeping the engine cool, as well as having the blower fan blow across the fins on these air-cooled engines. So that's our situation. That is what the problem is with Dave's engine. We just need to throw a piston in there, and yeah, well, that's cool. I'm glad we did that. Glad I went ahead and pulled the head off and did a little inspection to see what was going on. Engine will get a tear down. We'll go ahead and tear the whole thing down, because like I say, we've got to take care of the valves and do all that. And obviously I may even have a burned valve. It doesn't appear as though the exhaust valve's burnt, but the intake valve, because it has not been spinning, I don't know how much I'm going to have to take off of it to clean it up. And if I have to take too much off and it seats down too low, and I can't get my ridge right in the middle to seat of the valve, then I'll have to replace the intake valve as well. Contact patch is what I'm talking about. But you can see it got hot enough over here, did a ton of buildup, even so much where it was flaking off here. But there's a ton of buildup here on the intake valve, and a ton of buildup here. So it was definitely not rotating. No way was that thing rotating. Let's go ahead and do a little scrape here and see how much, or how chunky this is right here. Let's go ahead and scrape the top of that valve so we can see. You know, that's the meat, that's the metal. Okay, go here. Wow, chunky. You guys see all that? I don't know if you guys noticed, but see how that valve's moving as I'm cleaning that off, just scraping it off. If that valve was seating properly, that valve would not be moving. and I can feel where it's stuck in being able to rotate. So yeah, that valve's not seating at all. Wonder if the intake valve is, or the exhaust valve rather, wonder if it's seated. Let me make sure I'm off the compression. Bring that back up. Yep, or down, down. There we go. Well, I'm gonna bring it back up. There we go. Okay. No, it doesn't want to move. Yeah. So it's just lack of setting the valves and not knowing that that head gasket was blown right there. That's what caused all the damage. Alright, I've said it already. Fingers crossed that the bore is okay, that we're not elliptical. Like I say, we're going to measure the bore. I'm actually going to go ahead and pick up a line bore measuring tool, a proper one, instead of just using telescoping inside diameter. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I don't trust them as much as I do using a. I'll get an immediate and positive reading using a bore gauge. Of course, I have no idea where they're at, so I don't think they're up there. Okay, see, I need the label over here. Come on, somewhere. Has nothing to do with milling. Where are they at? That's not them. They're in a little blue pouch. Oh. Alright, so I obviously missed them. Right there. There, bore gauges. They're just spring loaded, and you put them in there and then you take it out and you measure. I don't trust those as much as I would an actual bore gauge, so I will probably go ahead and use these to measure the valve guides if that one is small enough. But that little guy right there will take care of all that. And then down there is the valve seat resurfacer. I believe I've shown that before. It's attached to that plug. Kind of hard to see, but all right, that's where we're at. And I'll be able to turn Dave onto this video so that he'll be able to see what's going on here. I'll check all the other specs, of course, when we take it apart, make sure that our bearing clearances are still within specifications. If they're getting close to being out, we'll go ahead and replace bearings. And the crank journal, just by spinning it, that's as tight as it gets. I will have to measure the side to side of the connecting rod to crank journal. And then, of course, my crankshaft side to side end play, that needs to be set. And valve stem length, reseat the valve, or regrind the valves, regrind the valve seats. Get a new piston, because I really see no reason, so long as it's not elliptical, to rebore it. There's no reason to go to that extreme. I do have a 10 over piston. If need be, we can go ahead and do that. But if we don't have to, you know, if it doesn't need it, don't do it, kind of thing. So there we go. That's enough. Again, this is your friendly neighborhood Zippo. You thought it was over. You got another 16 whole minutes of me babbling. Other than that, it's a really good looking engine. You wouldn't think that one little head gasket like that would cause so much destruction. But that blown head gasket right there burnt that piston up, caused a lean running condition. It's too bad, isn't it? That's bad. All right, Friendly Neighborhood Zippo, I promise you guys, we will see you on the next one, and who knows what it's going to be. It won't be on the Kohler because I just finished it. You're getting one big whole long video out of me instead of a couple of short ones. Some of you seem to like that. So there you go. Merry Christmas. Wait a minute. Christmas is over. Happy New Year. Promise you guys will be on the next one. Later. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell icon. Give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me 2 thumbs down. I'm fine with that. Later. I'm out of here.